Hi everyone, my name is Melanie, Math Content Specialist here at Zinkers. Let's take a look at another digital SAT question and how we can use Desmos to help us solve it. This question says, in the given equation, A and B are positive constants. The product of the solutions to the given equation is KAB, where K is a constant. What is the value of K? And then we're given this equation here, 57x squared plus 57b plus A times x plus AB equals 0. Before we jump in right to solving strategies, let's take a look at what information we can pull from this question, because I would definitely say this is one of the harder SAT questions. You'd probably find this question towards the end of the harder second module. So let's take a look at what we know. We know here, first and foremost, that this is a quadratic equation. I know it's quadratic because my highest order, my highest exponent here is 2, x squared. And then what's the question asking us? It's asking us for the product of the solutions, which will help us find some information out about this, this value k. So how can we find the solutions to a quadratic equation? Well, a few different ways, right? We can factor this, we could graph it, and we could also solve it by using the quadratic formula. If you were to go look up some written explanations of how to solve a question like this, they would tell you to do some kind of fancy factoring technique and then multiply those two products together and then kind of pull out that value of k. I think given the fact that we have all of these digital resources, Desmos, at our fingertips during the SAT, to save some time, we should use it. So let's jump into how I would solve this using Desmos. The first thing I'll do is type in my equation exactly how I see it. And whenever I say that, I really just mean typing in. If you see some parentheses, put them in. That's what I'm doing here. And then you'll see this little pop up here that will prompt you to add a slider for A and B. I'm going to click all here. And really what that means is don't be scared of it. Doesn't mean you typed in anything wrong, though it can help to go back and make sure you did type in everything correctly. Because I introduced these two values or these two variables, A and B, Desmos is prompting me to choose values for those two variables. And I like for this equation, I actually like to leave them at 1. So just kind of leave them how they are. And then zoom in. And what I can see here is a really skinny parabola shape with two solutions. That's what Desmos is showing me, the two solutions. It's showing me solutions at -1. And then also at this value here, -0.018. So what I know from that is, again, here are my two solutions, -1, -0.18. And I'm going to use some information from my question to help me figure out how I can pull the value of k from that. So because my product of my solutions here is written as KAB, that's just based on what the question told me, I know that that KAB must be equivalent to the product of the two solutions Desmos is showing me. So -1 and -0.018. So now I'm going to come back to this A and B. What did I choose for my values of A and B? I chose 1. And again, this is why I stuck with 1, because these two numbers are going to be really easy to work with. If I then plug in 1 for A and for B, you can see how we can now solve for K. So here I'll just do that substitution, plugging in 1 for both A and B, and then just simplifying on this side. These two negatives cancel out, and I get a positive 0.018. Simplifying, do some cleaning up on this left side. K has to be equivalent to this 0.018. Now, because all of my answers are given in fraction form, I'm going to use Desmos to help me one more time, just by solving or simplifying these fractions in terms of decimals. So let's start with A, 1/57. You can see here does in fact round to 0.018, which is great. That means that A is our answer. And then if you just want to double check, you can make sure that B isn't the answer. Here's 1/19. Not going to be our answer, and then certainly not C or D. Is there another question that you want to see? Make sure to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like and follow our channel for more digital SAT content.